Alright, fired up the local recording, so I guess I'll just repeat what I said. Where the general idea is that this is what I'm gonna do with my evening anyways, listen to Matt and play a game, so I may as well stream it, record it, you know. What's the worst that can happen? I can always, not post it or set it to private or whatever, so it's not a big deal. Yeah. So I'm just reading what Kirk's telling me real quick. Yeah, Amazon. Amazon's got a pretty lenient return policy. I don't know how Kirk's talking about getting a GoPro. He's so lenient. I'm just gonna put lax. I don't know how to spell lenient. Pretty lax return policy. But I'm not sure how like, because Amazon used to be like the go-to place to buy whatever like alternative branding, right? If say you want a GoPro, instead of getting a GoPro, you get some shitball Chinese version of a GoPro and it's like just as good and probably lasts longer, you know? I don't know how true that is anymore, so I guess it just depends on the kind of thing you're buying. Anyway, let's get into Hornet Girl's game. Yeah, she's a cutie. I was gonna about to type in our Discord chats, like you may as well just ramble in the chat room. It's kind of funny. So I hit record. So I'm recording locally and streaming, so fuck it. I'm gonna get into Matt's video in a minute here. It is weird about, because I don't know how, like Kirk mentioned that, Silksong, not Silksong, fuck, got Silksong on the brain. Um, the bots are kind of invaded, I hit this wrong button every time. Bots have kind of invaded, like, the reviews and stuff, so I don't know, man. Like I said in the chat, it's like at least, at the very least, it's easy to return shit, you know? One thing I did learn that is that I can actually have the window unfocused and the controller will still work, unlike most games um, that I play, where if the window's focused, my hotkeys don't work. I don't know if y'all can see my eye from here. Probably not. It's my left eye there. Yeah, you can kind of see how red it is. It's really fucking annoying. Amazon's super easy since you can just ship it back for free on their dime. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I've never had issues with returning Amazon stuff. Kind of same with I mentioned Steam a few days ago, where Steam's I think it was Steam. No, what was it? No, Google Play. That was it. Google Play has a pretty relaxed return policy. Like I think once I returned something that was like from like a month before, and they still let me do it. And they gave me a refund for it. I thought that was kind of weird, but they let me do it. Steam won't let you do that. It's either 3 hours or 2 weeks or something like that. I don't remember what I was doing. Every fucking time. She can zoom. She can zoom around. Oh, he was taking a nap. Kind of feel bad. I don't know if I was done exploring the Morrow. Probably not. I think it's interesting in this game that they gave you the dash ability or the movement ability so early, because I found that within like less than 3 hours. I think I only refunded one Steam game for me, and it was Valheim? What the hell's Valheim? Sounds familiar. Look that up real quick. Uh, you spell it. Valheim. Guess I could have searched in the Steam client. It's an early access game, good lord. I learned my lesson with, I don't remember what game it was that I felt burnt on. It might have been, oh shoot. I actually have it. What the fuck's it called? I don't remember. I bought one game early access and I didn't enjoy it. And I felt kind of ripped off, and it just recently, like a month ago, came out of early access, which is pretty funny. Crap. What is it called? Secrets of Gridania. Yeah, Secrets of Gridania, that was it. I should have returned way more games, honestly. Yeah. I guess that's a kind of an interesting way to demo games, is to just, buy it. I mean, yeah, buy it and then return it within that 3-hour mark, you know? Fuck, that was loud. Sorry about that. Oh my god. They're doing the Marvel thing. Used to buy so many games on Steam sales when I was working, but I stopped all that shit a long time ago. Yeah, there's a certain thing to it. I don't know, you had mentioned it a few days ago. We talked about it on our podcast, that was it, where it was like you were buying pizzas, you were buying pizza every week just to get a feeling or to justify working at some normie job or normie wagey shit, you know? Kind of funny. Kind of that same thing, right? Probably the same motif or whatever of having to buy games. It's like, oh, it's on sale. I'm working. I can buy it. You know, that kind of fucking mentality. That game looks like shit. Looks like I can't even get a beat on the gameplay. Watching the garbage ass trailer. Holy fuck. Don't need to spend money I was making because otherwise I felt like I was suffering for nothing. I know how you feel.
I've played over two.
Shut up. Oh my god, he's just showing clips. Fucking hell. Here we go. Gameplay was like Minecraft, but super janky controls. Really? Oh, was it like a survival kind of game? Like a what's it called? Base built-in? Yeah, this isn't for me. That's for damn sure. Fucking base builders. Alright, what the fuck was I doing? Whoops. Already getting carried away with the dash. I don't want to go up. Let's see, it was probably more comparable to Terraria in that way, but worse. I love Terraria. Terraria is probably the only kind of base builder that I enjoyed. Fuck is this? The boss fight, I'm quitting. I'm gonna quit and reload, because I don't feel like fighting the boss right now. I have to wonder if the Wasp Girl would have had as much gooner shit if she didn't have that clearly feminine voice. It's a good bit. The last I looked on Senkaku Complex, she had a good bit of like AI generated stuff. And it's funny because I kept calling the those prayer beads that you use as currency, I kept calling them anal beads because I could only imagine what the gooners do. I mean, the gooner art. And lo and behold, there's at least one picture of her with giant like anal beads. I fucking called it. Oh yeah, girl, bow and grunt for me, you fucking slutty bug. She's cute. I like her voice a lot. They give her a lot of personality with the grunts and shit. Little what's his name? Bug Knight. I don't fucking know his name. I don't know his name. 70 hours in that game, I don't know his fucking name. I don't think he made noise like this. A little morsel. I guess it's a boss fight. Yep. She does parry. Ah, it's fine. Oh yeah, girl, moan and grunt for me. His name is just Hollow Knight. Oh fuck, I didn't sit down. So get my anal beads. My anal beads. Not sure how to incorporate this dash yet in a fight. See ya. Grab my shit and leave. If I can find the other bench, I'll go ahead and fight her. I guess it's down here, I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's these, rosary beads. Yeah, these things. So here, over here on the left is the total currency, the 230, and over here is the, what's it called? Consumable version that you can actually use whenever you want. That way when you die, you don't lose them or whatever. That's why I was calling them anal beads, because it looks like a string of anal beads. Yep. Not sure what this is. Oh yeah. I don't know what this place is about yet. Another fucking fight? Yeah. Fought one of these guys yet. Kinda cute. These little boss rushes are kind of annoying. Or enemy rushes, whatever you want to call them. Not really. This just goes back up. Yep. Guess the anal beads make sense. Yeah, that's funny. But here's the bench. There's a shortcut. Guess I can go fight that other bitch. My cat's meowing again. I don't know why he, I think he hears me talking, and, I don't know. Why are you killing all these fuckers anyway? Supposedly they've gone mad or something, like they're pilgrims. They're pilgrims going somewhere, and, the more they travel towards their destination, the more crazy they get, or something like that. A small pointy bug.
Buenera. Megina Fora.
Oh, this is supposed to be, what's the fucker's name from Dark Souls? The giant dude? That armor smith?
Pt3.
Hornet Girl just... What? Hornet Girl just justify her racially fueled violence? Yeah, pretty much. Oh, okay. So that's what those are for. Neat. Crafting kit, shard bundle. Okay, so they have lost their mind. I guess we got some lore going on here. I'm probably gonna need that at some to progress at some point if it's used to withstand heat or whatever. What are you doing? Okay. Talked about this yesterday, but it's really hard to aim this. Like, turn in mid-air and do it. Oh god. You can actually turn, whoops. You can actually turn her, grunts and stuff off using that right there. So the lore is pretty much bug-themed Dark Souls. Yeah, pretty much. That's how Hollow Knight was, only it wasn't as interesting. This is probably more on the interesting side. Oh, that was cool. The fuck? was fun. Oh, see ya. She gonna be a protagonist in the next game? So that's how the fight was sort of when in Hollow Knight when you first encounter Hornet Girl, where she's like all over the place and shit. Don't know if they're setting her up to be the next antagonist or some shit. I mean, the next protagonist. Alright. That was a fun fight. It didn't feel like bullshit. Then again, I'm using that mod that makes it to where I don't take double damage from some of the bosses. Which is fine, I don't really give a fuck. I mean, when I figured out that, the bosses were doing double damage, I thought that was bullshit. It felt like a fair fight. In other words. Guess I should play Matt's video at some point. Of course what? Oh, the antagonist, I mean the, protagonist thing. Whoops. There we go. Oh. Far fields. I don't have a map. I don't know if I want to go to the next area. She's a female, cute laughs. Every gooner wants gonna wanna fuck her. She's a sequel protag, yeah. I don't know what happens to her after this game, but you know. She has like next protagonist vibes all over her already. Probably wrong, but you know. Alright, let's explore the rest of this stupid shithole. See, I didn't really expect Hornet Girl to be the protagonist of the next game, but it is what it is. Whoops. Oh, there's something here. Nice. I don't know what shard bundles do. Oh, 80 shell shards. That's cool. I guess let me go spend these anal beads.
Benny-Frey.
Post as a cat gene like Matt, not insects. Hey, who's that? Samael?
Hey guys, it's Matt. What a week. Well, could you imagine are they gonna up the ante on what they pull? Can they keep this up? It is unbelievable. This world is
What's up,
supernatural. I love the evidence that it's not very real. I absolutely love the. We have enough. We have a pile of evidence. Like if you open the closet would just pour out. Millions of things would just pour out on top of you, and they keep putting things in the closet. Skeletons? Oh, based on what just happened, maybe or maybe not. But you know what I mean. The closet's completely full, but somehow they managed to pack more shit in there. I guess I can speak for you in this regard. We love the additional evidence that the world isn't very real. I was thinking about this last night and all this morning until I started recording. Think about the tens of billions of links and connections related or in some way hashtagged to Charlie Kirk. Billions and
he said his name.
If you include hundreds of billions probably if you include comments, personal tweets, every link to every news story, every comment on Facebook, tens of billions. And and some people would actually, even people that are in our own, we would say our own brothers, and some people believe it just kind of came up. And some people think the Not Milk is then using it to, say, inflame tensions, but it wasn't responsible for the circumstances and situation in and of itself. When you think of the hundreds of billions of links and internet connections that have been created in just 3 or 4 days, I mean, you've got to be kidding me. Before I forget, I wanted to thank those who remembered the Monday video
Do you
from
believe in
a month
actor-based
and a half
reality?
ago saying hashtag life tips, where we all try to
Actor-based
help
reality.
each other. Some people are still remembering to do that. Please try to do that
Uh,
whenever you think it's appropriate. We need this now.
I mean, if we're all actors in this play, you know, yeah, but we regenerate reality, so I guess that would make it actor-based. If you're talking about the creepy Hollywood fucks, then no. I think they gave up their privilege to be reality generator beings, when they went under the dragon's wing, if I'm gonna be honest.
Now more than ever. One of the ones I've put out in the
What
last
was
few
that
months, I'll just
upgrade?
mention here, 1 minute or less before we go on to a lot of different topics.
Not sure.
Keeping something forever or making something special by throwing it out, making something special by getting rid of it or throwing it out.
Crap.
Doing this with a lot
I'm not
of
even sure what that
different
is.
things. Just if it sits in the closet, it's of no use
I'll have to look it up later.
to anyone.
Oh,
Even
well.
my grandfather's old watch that
Fucking
U.S. Steel
goofy.
gave him. I'm going to give
What
it
sucks
to my
about
uncle.
playing
I'm
these
not gonna
games that I
throw
don't
that out.
understand
I'm
yet.
definitely going to give it to my uncle.
The realities are
But I
strange.
am
We are all
going to
actors
get
in
rid
the
of
same
it.
play. Yeah, pretty
So
much.
I took it out. I couldn't see it, and I put it on the table.
Yeah, so I don't know. Actor-based reality means, to me at least, when the first thing I thought of was like, well, yeah, it's an actor-based reality because we're the actors. Everybody puts on the clown makeup, you know. They don't realize it. The NPCs don't realize it. I don't mean NPC as a way of putting them down, just as a way to describe the behavior. Um, yeah, they've adopted the you know, they've been honorary actors guild members in a way. They can't help it.
So I walked by it, and for weeks, I haven't been able to give it to my uncle. I thought I'd have it out of here by now, trying to get rid of absolutely everything. I'm remembering my grandfather, but I'm also remembering, what we've talked about.
You believe
in
a few
certain
play many
videos
parts?
about
I don't
the
know.
whole process of
Not sure what you mean by that.
presented to people 50 years ago, where you work for one company for your whole life, and that becomes your whole identity. And then they give you that one retirement
I don't know if these are
dinner and a gold
upgraded.
watch, and then you're forgotten about Schmidt, and you have to completely rediscover who you are, or for the first time. It should be that because you don't have
guess
the
we're going
known
down.
identity anymore that comes through employment. This, at least 30, 40, 50 years ago, was incredibly important
Okay, that leads.
to 90% of
that leads
men,
anywhere.
especially like my grandfather,
Oh,
who was
dead
the
end.
only one in
Sweet.
the household
More dead
who
ends. I
worked,
love it.
the only breadwinner, etc. So I am getting rid of it, but it would stay in the closet. Most people they have things
is he
in the
talking about
closet,
the
I
watch?
can't get rid of that, but it's never brought out.
That his grandfather.
It needs to be gotten rid of.
I
and
think his
thrown
grandfather
out
had for
to
like
actually remember it forever.
for
for it to
working
become
at his
part of
shitball
you.
job for
And
so
this
many
isn't
years, and
the
all he
one
got
more,
is
I know
his
this is
fucking
over a
watch.
minute dinner,
Or we
you are
winded a
already-
bit.
And then they give you that one retirement dinner and the gold
Yeah,
watch.
yep.
And then you're forgotten about
Mhm.
Schmidt, and you have to completely
We'll turn it up a bit.
rediscover who you are, or for the first time. It should be that because you don't have the not milk identity anymore that comes through
I
employment.
think the act for us,
This,
we are
at
the
least
observers,
30,
shadows
40,
in the cave.
50 years ago, was incredibly important.
So like a Plato's cave situation. Yeah, we would be the ones kind of shackled to the wall, or shackled and forced to watch the wall. And then you have assholes like us saying, hey, they're just shadows, they're not real, kind of thing. They're just hand puppets on the wall. I think they act for us, yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
to 90% of men.
But I think it's just one
especially like my
way, like,
grandfather, who was
when you're
the
saying
only
these things, I think it's just one way to I think there's many ways to describe this, right? I think that's just one way to describe it. Like Plato's cave, A lot of people get hung up on Plato's cave, like, ooh, Plato's cave, so smart. It's like, no, that's just one allegory, that's one metaphor, to describe it. Like, same with Matrix, or the Matrix, or saying it's like a video game, or saying it's like peeling a banana or something. I don't know, some bullshit. It's just one way to get people to wake up, or get people to understand your point of view.
one in the household who worked, the only breadwinner.
I'm not
etc.
married to
So
one
I am
theory,
getting rid of
is
it,
what I'm
but
saying.
it would stay in the closet.
Whoa, okay.
They have things in the closet. I can't
Didn't
get
like
rid
that
of
at all.
But it's never brought out. It needs to be gotten rid of
What a
and
fucking
thrown
asshole.
out to actually
Yeah, I think
remember
yeah, I
it
think so
forever,
too. That's why I
for
talk
it to
about video
become
games a whole lot.
part of
It's
you.
something
And this is
easy to
one more. I
understand.
know this is over a minute, guys. One more example. I have DVDs, you know, down there that I've had for, oh gosh, you know, since I moved.
Coming from a
moved
person
in,
who's played video games
here
most
in
of my life, yeah, I agree.
2002. It's just
That's how I
some
feel about it.
stupid
It's probably
stuff that I know I'll never
just
watch
a matter
again.
of finding the
But
right language, right? Because we're mainly narrative-driven people, so it's like we try to find a way to relate to each other through cause and effect. So programming is probably one way to describe it. Video game is another. Whatever. The Bible is another. Matrix is another. Just depends who you're talking to. You know, you gotta change the mask every time to fit the person. Game's like way too loud. Hold on. There we go. I guess I had it on 20 for a reason.
Been watching it knowing it's the last time I'll ever see it in my life. And that adds a special component. I watched something last night I'm not even going to mention. Let's just say a comedy that's about as slapstick and as absurd as you can imagine. And I've been doing this a lot, saying, this is out of here. And I don't think I'll ever watch this again. I'm going to take it to the Goodwill, knowing it's the last time in my life that I'll be watching it. Made it special. I don't know how any other way to talk about it. And that is one of the main lessons of this entire reality. Scarcity in general makes something special. That's why I think many of us have been going through the incredible sentimentality and nostalgia.
Fucking door I can't get through. Holy shit!
Appreciate little things like tree hugger things, cringe tree hugger things that we just didn't give a shit about when we were in our 20s or 30s, because 20s, 30s, like, oh, that beautiful fall color in that ginkgo tree or whatever. Oh, I'll see that for the next 50 years. Fuck that. I don't need to pay any attention to that. But as you get a little bit older, it's not just that you're getting older. We have that sense that this could be, or for many of us, we are trying to make it. So this is the last time we do this. For those that believe in reincarnation, I know it triggers a lot of people, the one and done people. But there are a lot of people that believe that an aspect of us, or maybe not the exact same you that you know of as you, but another aspect of your spiritual soul
fucking
is doing this in hundreds of different places simultaneously, or has done this 20 times before or 20,000 times before. And when you're completely done with the material reality, things get very special because of scarcity. Meaning it may never be experienced again in
I mean, look at them, dude. The way they're hanging on there, they look like
however,
anal beads, man.
never,
Come on.
However you want to talk about
Fucking
it.
developers knew what they were
the
doing.
Scarcity,
Bunch of
everything
coon-brain
in this place
that's
at all
fuckers.
beautiful and not
Let me read the chat.
crapped upon.
Nice. Do you think people in your surroundings are also actors? Yeah, they're actors that don't realize they're actors. Even motherfuckers like Donald Trump don't realize they're actors, I think. It's getting to that point where it's like, I'm starting to think like, even under the dragon's wing creatures like Donald Trump or even Charlie Kirk or whatever the fuck is, like, don't even realize they're fucking actors, you know?
Becomes scarce and incredibly special. So I'm trying to incorporate this as much as I can, even with, I mean, low budget, absurd slapstick.
Can't go down.
Movies.
There's another there's two doors I can't get through to the right here.
I probably will never get rid of. That's a classic to me. But but there's certain movies I have like that, like Weird Science. Okay, no way. I'm gonna always want to see that again. I mean, I watched it recently. It's absolute classic. 16 Candles, but I only have a few like that. The others, just say, you know, I'm
Can't
watching.
go up there.
I guess I'm over a minute. I'm watching this for the last time in my life. And it becomes special when you really present it to yourself like that.
Finally hit him with his own
is just one little
Firestone
ridiculously
dickhead.
trivial microcosm of what I'm trying to do across the board. When I see something that's truly beautiful, there's a part of me now that thinks, this is the last time I will experience this in eternity. If we are done with material plane, material type of existences, okay, for what we are spiritually. If we are truly done with this, then it's like watching that movie for the last time. And even if you have 30 or 40 or 50 more years to live, for some of the younger people here, in the scheme of all that there is and timelessness, that's just a blink, or it's 1/1 billionth of a blink. And it because if we are truly,
I'll just keep recording locally, you know, so I can re-upload this anyway. Says it's 7,000 Kilobytes or kilobits. It'd be kilobytes, right? Yeah, kilobytes a second, so. Well, it keeps going down to... It went down to 1,000 at one point. I have it set it up for at least 10K. Welp. It's like the video games, you give life and energy into them, and giving them is a reflective meaning, but also not necessarily real people, animals. Guys 100% knew what they were doing with the anal beads. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep treating this like it's not buffering, you know? I guess. I can see it on my phone that it's fucking frozen completely. That it keeps buffering, rather. Turn it up. Yeah, okay, so it's still showing, it's just really behind. So I'll just keep going. As if it's not doing that. Alright, man, see you, Samael. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, stop by again. Don't be a stranger. Leave a comment. Because I like seeing comments. Not because I want, like, not milk clout, but just because I like seeing people talk and engage and stuff. Working on getting to the headspace of people don't necessarily have ill intentions. Because I can't really help that, because those online interactions being so traumatic in the past. If that, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody but Kirk, but there's always like a hesitation to like socialize when you first encounter somebody on the internet, because you just never know. It's like different in real life, right? I guess it's like that in real life too, where it's like you just don't know what the fuck's going on in someone's brain. So I don't know if you're really leaving, but stick around, dude. You don't have to leave. I don't think you caused this. That's some weird metaphysical energy, you know.
What doesn't make any
I was
sense?
fucking
The
muted the
gods
whole
are these
time. You lovely.
timeless beings that don't get hemorrhoids, and they're all powerful, and we're down here with pains and aches, and death may bring the end of our existence. And you see, the popcorn cruncher, when we saw that initially, we see them as two separate groups. Why would the gods envy mortals? It's the same thing. That you come to the conclusion. The gods envy us. We are the same thing. Forget the gods that triggers. Matt, you're saying you're
Anyway,
God and the Christians
so I'm
get
not muted
triggered.
now.
Just say, when he says the gods, think of just the divine spirit, a spiritual being that always has been and always will be.
So I need
Substitute
to head.
that for the gods.
I'm gonna
if
head
that
to the
triggers
left.
you.
Up and to the left.
Envy the same immortal spirits while they're here in this place. Because if you see it the right way and not just complain about everything all the time, then because of the mortal experience, everything can become more beautiful. When you're timeless, and you know you're timeless, and you know you're going to see it for the next 400 trillion years, then you don't give a shit anymore. Look at the beautiful sunset, Matt. Look at the beautiful sunset. I don't give a flying F. I'll see it for the next trillion fucking years. You don't
Area
care,
up here I
maybe.
haven't been to.
Mortal.
Oh, that's why.
You know, my grandfather
Not sure
died
how to
at
get there.
81. My father's gonna. I just have about 15 years left, or whatever. And things become more beautiful. That's one of the real reasons we're here. People say, I would have never signed up for this. I would have never incarnated here. And the incredible truth drop from the movie Animal House applies here. There's a truth drop in Animal House? You bet your ass there is. When they're all double secret probation. They're basically kicked out of the fraternity or kicked out of Faber, and they decide to plan what they're going to do to the parade, and they're just all sitting around depressed, and Bluto comes in and he says, this could be the greatest day of our lives, but you're going to make it the worst. That's what Not Milk does via this incarnation and this experience. If you see it the right way, it's not just me being shiny, happy people. This could be the greatest experience of all time if you see it that way. But you're going to make it the worst. The Not Milk is all up
Dude's
in
really
our
following me.
business to make it the worst. To have us fight and complain and see the bad and negative and to see the evil and to focus on the evil. And yes, that's the trap that we've fallen into for decades, just focusing on the evil. Oh, we would have never agreed to come here before birth. I would have never come and agreed to this trauma or signed up for this. It's a tough experience, no doubt about it. It's a tough experience. But if you truly believe
There's a nuke
that you existed
on
before
a
birth
nuke
and will
on the
exist
bottom
after
right
death, which
there
means you've always
that I
existed,
might be able to get
this
into.
is nothing. It's just It's 1/100th of a billionth of that. It's nothing. So if I told you about some hardcore trauma, and I said you're only going to experience it for 1/100th millionth of a second, 1/1,000,000,000th of a second, that's what this life is compared to all that there is and all that will be. No matter what the trauma is, getting your fingernails or a blowtorch to a certain blah, 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 or whatever torture you saw in any movie, could you put up with it for 1/100th millionth of a second? I bet you could. That's what this is. People need to get a clue. Sorry. Saw another comment recently, the last video or two back, where somebody once again is getting on me or triggered to a degree because I suggest that this incarnation and this lifetime is a learning experience, or God forbid you say the word. I hate when people say this, but I'm gonna do it. Wait for it. Oh, I hate that. Wait for it. A school.
Yeah, I can't get up there.
It's
Damn.
a school.
Oh, well.
And
I
okay.
guess I'm gonna need probably the
I
double
mean,
jump or
you know
something at
how
some point
ignorant
to get
I
up
think
there.
that position is at this point. You know how I know it's a school?
Alright,
Because I've learned something.
Go this
The
way.
actual facts line up to my conclusion? Does that some weird
Can't get up there
theory?
either.
Who does that? Who forms a conclusion based on facts? Is that some sort of new age horse shit? Who does that? How do I know it's a school and a learning experience? Because I've learned a lot. Okay, how do people miss this? Are you the same person you were when you were 25? I don't think so. The damn Tears for Fears Goodnight song keeps popping up every time in my head, every time I talk about this. Roland Orzabal, Goodnight song. Nothing ever changes unless there's some pain. That's right. You know what the greatest teaching experience in the world is? Pain and trauma. You don't think your spiritual self knew this? You think you know more in your governed down brain, and you just have 1% through your
NPC's
vision,
gone.
1%
Don't
for
know
your
where you
hearing,
went.
1% through your touch, and 1% for your taste. Even your taste is only 1%. You think you can taste what a shark can? You can't smell 4,000 meters away in the water blood. It's all governed down,
Look
all
at
the
me and
senses.
Toby in
We
the
don't
shower
have
tomorrow.
shit here compared to what we likely had before birth or whatever.
Oh yeah, you're an hour
Okay,
ahead,
so
huh?
you think you have all the answers, huh? You
Look
can't
at-
say, oh, there's no possible way. This could be a learning
Kinda sucks I
experience,
can't
and,
really
oh, not,
reply,
okay, I would have never come in here. Matt, are you going to keep doing? I'm going to keep
like,
doing that forever.
Live,
keep doing
that
it
makes
the same- yeah, I'm
sense.
gonna keep
Because
doing it
the
the same
stream
way.
is lagging so bad.
agree to incarnate this. There's so much trauma.
Yeah,
oh
because
my
it
God.
keeps saying 4 kilobytes a
Cushion
second, which
Avery.
isn't
That's from Jerry
just
Maguire.
isn't good, I guess.
They're
Whatever.
firing Jerry Maguire with cronies. I mean, give me a break. You know how I know it's a learning experience, the
This is a
incarnation?
new area.
Because I've learned something. So what's really important? Do you want to continue these sorts of discussions, or would you go talk about Charlie Kirk? Let's go back into those weeds and talk about Charlie Kirk. And I see a lot of people are Jordan Maxwell disciples pointing out to me that Kirk means church. You really paid attention to your Jordan Maxwell lectures, and I'm not running anybody down.
I think I got
Jordan
this already.
Maxwell
Whatever was in
a
there.
very important part of our truth experience. Maybe you don't have Jordan Maxwell lectures on MP3 like I do.
Could always shower in
and
the
maybe
morning.
you spent time over at Alex Jones. Or
But you're probably like
Glenn
me, you
Beck. I
prefer to
told you I
like
watched
shower
Glenn Beck for
before bed, you
years,
know?
around 2008.
I guess we'll explore
Each
this area.
one, even considered a graduated animal farm, it's all important if we keep progressing. If you could call me a level, if you keep progressing, it's all important as long as you don't get stuck at any one level. I saw a comment, which was a relatively recent comment, I think, from the last video, saying, Matt, it is important to understand what really happened. So it was something along those lines. I'm sorry. Person just completely misses the boat. You have a lot of work to do. To find out what actually happened to an individual by the name of James T. Kirk is completely pointless and irrelevant. If you think trying to understand what happened to him is in any way relevant, you
Oh my
are
God.
lost. You have a lot of work
I
to
hate
do.
the way this
important is to get in the
dive
hot air balloon. It's the
shit
same thing
fucking
every
works,
time.
man.
Matt, how we combat it and see through it, and what we should do for ourselves is the same exact advice every single time. It's the same
Already
every
went through
single time. Get into your hot air balloon, go up to 100,000 feet and look down. There's a spiritual adversary. Again, it's the same one sentence. There's a spiritual adversary here. What is it trying to do to me? It's trying to get me really involved in this
Yeah, it's-
state, and what it's doing is so obvious because guess what? It's the same tactic it's been doing for thousands of years. It only runs one
I really
play
should
in a football
forget the 4-day
playbook.
shower thing
What
and
you
just
got
do
in
it when
that
I feel like
playbook?
it,
What we
just
go,
dumb pointless
what we have
routine.
in store for the big game? Run up the middle. That's what else you got? Run up the middle.
Yeah, my days
what
off,
else you got in the third quarter? Run up the middle. That's all it.
on my days off, I usually shower like once, yeah, like once every 24 hours, like once a day. So, sometimes I'll be a lazy fuck and maybe every 48 hours, every 2 days. But I'm not married to any particular routine like that, you know. I do shower before work because I've done it before where I go to bed and wake up and go to work. Or actually, I take a shower, go to bed, and go to work, and it doesn't feel right. Like I feel nasty all day. I think so, you know, sweating in my sleep and stuff feels nasty. Thinking about restarting the stream. It's YouTube trying to fuck me, I guess. I don't know. Not enough subscribers for stream. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I'm just like not under the dragon's wing enough, you know? That's the vibe I get. Cause it was doing this to us yesterday when me and Billy were talking, and we couldn't even have a good conversation because of the lag. It looks like it's moderately. It looks like it's okay now looking at my phone.
It does. Has you pick a side, then create friction, fight with the other side, get more interested in its details. And regarding this Charlie thing, there were people in comments that actually said when they watched the video, or it was very gore. There was gore and there was gruesome scenes, and I didn't watch any video. I assume something like that exists, but I'm thinking, what are you commenting on?
Not enough
Are you a
subscribers to
truth
stream.
researcher? How many first graders are here? We
10K
know
only, no peasants
via the
allowed.
AI
Yeah, pretty much.
tools that perfect
That's the way I feel about
realism
it too.
can be created, or what you would call hyper-realism.
I don't think I had that many
for
beats
the
to lose, so
Not
it's whatever.
Just because Ryan's opening for Not Nilk Travel Tours, Not Nilk Travel Tours. Thanks a lot, Matt. Sorry, now it's in my head again. Sorry.
I like that song.
Ryan can use those tools, and it doesn't quite look like Matt. The first time Matt is shown in that, there's some weird. It's like somebody burned a big hole in my face with a cigarette. One thing I have left is decent skin, but it's not that convincing. But do you think Ryan has access to the same tools as DARPA does? So just because
How do I get...
we're given a certain level of AI video now, that's what the Not Nilk has? Or would you think maybe Not Nilk has something like that, maybe going all the way back to the Zabuda film? See, it has stuff that's 50 years advanced, some say, but that's just, you've never heard that before in your truth research? So somebody
I'm zooming
watching
around
Charlie
too much.
and there's some gore or some blood,
Okay,
and
this
that
doesn't
was
lead to anywhere, I remember
convincing
this.
to you? What? We know now that
How
those
the fuck do I get
videos
back?
can be
Is it Hunter's
faked.
March? Yeah,
We
I
had
think it
no
is.
idea before what we knew the AI was capable of. Now that we know what it's capable of, we figure they've had it for 20, 30, 40
Well,
years.
zoom-
Or
it's a fucking,
since the Magna Carta,
Dash
maybe they
button's
had it.
really
Who the F
dangerous
knows?
for someone like me.
And there was a series of comments
Who wants to zip
regarding
around
when
all
I
the
was
time.
talking about Charlie, of a lack of empathy. There was several. It was almost like it came up so much. It was like
Here we go.
bot-driven or something. I'm sorry if a real person really wrote it. I do apologize to you, but it was a little bit strange. And why would it be empathy? Wouldn't it be sympathy? But
I'm gonna
it
head off
does,
for
I
tonight though.
understand
Enjoy
what's
the
trying
rest
to
of
be
the
said.
match. Alright, man.
He was a
Take it easy, Kurt.
family
I'm gonna keep
man, and I'm
recording.
going, what? People, they're making statements that they know who this individual is, and it says, "Leave me alone. I'm a family man, and my bark is much worse than my bite." What is that? This shit just pops in my head. What the hell is that? Some old song from the 70s or something. Now it's in my head, Matt, you son of a beach. I can't get that out of my head. Leave me. How do you know who he is? Could have been trained from birth to be to play this very role for Not Nilk. How do you can say
One of my
you know
subscribers
a person,
pointed out that
we should have empathy or sympathy. Are you kidding?
that he found some fucking bullshit group at age 18. It's fucking horseshit. Who said that? I'm gonna look for it. Turning Point, that's it. So he found a Turning Point at 18 years old. Talk about a puppet. Yeah, that was who was that? Casey Jones. I think he goes by Casey Jones. Casey Jones Astrology. That was it. One of my subscribers. Fucking hell. I didn't know that. Is it Turning Point USA? I'm gonna look it up. Turning Point USA. Yep, found him in 2012 by Charlie Kirk. He was 18. God damn. September 21st, 2025. September 21st, what? What does that mean? How'd I get off this? I guess I can't. What the fuck? Whatever. It's wild that they're calling it an assassination. Yeah, it's buffering again. Fucking horse shit. Yeah, that's bullshit. You know, no streaming allowed for the hoi polloi. 600 kilobytes, man. Look at this bullshit. That's awful. Yeah, he founded Turning Point USA at 18. Ain't that a bunch of fucking gobbledygook? I wonder who's gonna take over. Look at this shit show. Asymmetric Civil War. Suck my dick. Whatever, I'm not looking any of that up. Bunch of horse shit. Bunch of horse shit. Yeah, hey Lisa. Yeah, it's buffering. I'm sorry about that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I get the feeling YouTube's throttling me. Huge march in England? What is that? March in England. London rally organized by far-right activists. Oh boy. Far-right activists. I love that. I love the sound of that. Clashes of London at 110,000 join far-right rally against immigration. Well, I'm glad they're standing up for something. Jesus. Freaking Londoners or English people are so weak. Like literally being erased off the planet and they just let it happen. Okay, good. Maybe it'll finally catch up. Well. Violence at the Unite the Kingdom March on Saturday came as police tried to keep the right-wing protesters apart from a group of 5,000 rival demonstrators gathered at Whitehall in central London. Yeah, I hadn't heard of this. Don't necessarily care. Because it's always, you know, astroturfed bullshit anyway. I'm going to continue with Mac's video.
I can go up in my hot air balloon. Let me do it again. Let's do it. And I can see how the knot milk
We'll
is
just keep going.
benefiting to the trillionth power from this story. Benefiting in every way.
I was just there in England, Scotland.
Camps, loosh, division, friction. It's
Scotland, Wales, Isle of Man, and Ireland.
Other than
Oh,
this
cool.
person
I didn't know you're from
was
there.
raised by knot milk, and I'm not going to go there.
It's kind of funny.
I say I don't know.
That I do kind of default when I see people online that they're probably American, you know. Well, that's cool. I didn't know you're from England, or at least from that area. I knew a Welsh girl when I was in the art community. She was pretty cool. A little too on the lefty loony side for my taste after a while, because she started saying crazy shit around the time the Hillary Trump thing happened. Just like always, man. Like, I don't know. Everyone just started going nuts around that time.
I don't want to make the same mistake that person did, saying empathy, family,
All right,
man.
where am I?
Saying this person's coming forth, saying I should have empathy, sympathy. The person was
Only
this
have
person.
160.
Like, you don't know anything about who this person was. Neither do I. But when I see how they're used and are ultimately benefiting knot milk, sorry, that puts me in the skeptic camp. For those that commented, Matt has no empathy, no sympathy. Look how jaded and calloused he is. I'm going to be calloused because I don't know anything about the person and I see how they're benefiting knot milk. Is that not extremely clear? You can then see the next phase that's playing out. Videos about people, school teachers laughing about, or people in a certain profession saying they were happy or gleeful, and then they lost their job, and they
turned off the
exposed.
speeches at the rally
Just
in London
next
today. Yeah, I bet they did.
way. I mean, even Greg told
They're
me
always
about some of
silencing,
these things.
you
I'm
know.
like, what are you
I don't know who they're
looking
targeting,
at
but more than
for?
likely they
Shit
silenced
kinda
anybody
comes
that
up
was
in
on the
some of
right,
these feeds.
quote unquote.
He does scroll through
Because that's just the way shit
from
tends to
time
go.
time. You know, it will always drag you down to the weeds. The next phase of this story, again, people being fired because they were
Hope see ya.
lethal, whatever. That is just the next phase of the script that was planned out
Oh my god,
months, weeks, years,
this
decades, or
platforming,
centuries
pogo jumping
before
shit.
this event actually happened.
This is getting
So
on my
for me, having
nerves. Holy shit.
Sympathy or empathy for A gigantic not nil player? Are you kidding me? Again, I'm just like Ben Affleck said in Good Will Hunting. Charlie, Matt, you gonna show empathy because he was leaving alone a family man?
Rip.
Empathy?
This is gonna be annoying trying to get to this
you're
part.
Suspect. That's from
There's no
Good Will
bench up there
Hunting.
either.
Retainer. Wait a second. You want us to pay you cash now? Yeah. Well, I have $70. How much? The not milk is so at play here that everything associated with it, you don't show empathy or sympathy. You're suspect. Matt, I can't believe you're taking a certain position or saying certain things. He was a family man. Oh my God. How could anybody know anything?
He had a family.
about this
I don't know if he had a. I don't know if he was a family man.
Backstory on people, they've been doing this probably for centuries. You ever hear of a backstory associated with Lee Harvey Oswald, where he went to Russia and then this and that, and he got the job at the book suppository building, and then he posed for the picture. Have you ever heard of John Hinckley Jr., the three names of Lee Harvey Oswald, John, and then he was in love with a Jodie Foster? That was real, Matt. That wasn't part of a backstory created on an individual. No. Well, what am I saying? I'll just shut the channel down right now and make sure all videos are scrubbed from the internet. They create backstories on people. You think he's a family? Maybe that's what they wanted you to think. Oh my God! It's just we can't think about these things. I have to bring this up. And while we're talking
100,000
about
people
comments,
took to
let
the
me get
streets
back
in
to
London.
Not Travel Tours.
Yeah,
Just
that's
a
crazy.
minute or two, there was a
I'm
few
actually pretty
comments
shocked, but
that, Matt, I can't
ain't no telling
believe
what
you
kind
put
of
AI in your videos. And there was one that
you know,
was particularly
sheep
kind of,
mentality was
disturbing,
going
a little
on.
bit
It was a
nasty
beautiful
to me.
sign.
And
Yeah,
the
it's just
way
that
I
I'm always
responded to
suspect
that
of
comment and how they replied
stuff like
back,
that
you see,
happening
that
and
person
how,
was I think,
damn
a
it,
pretty good guy.
and how
I thought was a
astroturfed it
pretty
is, you know.
good person. But I certainly
But
couldn't
if it's
tell from the
organic,
initial
great.
comment.
But
So,
I'm always
again, it was, "Oh, Matt,
suspicious,
God, I can't believe
suspect,
you would
like Matt
would
likes
be
to
a
put it.
proponent of this AI stuff." And I replied back, so let me get this straight.
I
I
swear.
put in, what, 20,000 hours of research, I said in the comment. That would be minimum. Going back almost 16 years, the original Texas Shrug. Of all that I've brought to the forefront in terms of our pursuit of truth, mistakes on purpose, everything that you might have think I contributed. So you're going to focus on the fact that I used 1 minute of an AI video before a fun video, which was Not Travel Tours, which was a gift from Ryan from Fork Base. A gift from Ryan. You think I put all those AI tools together on my own? That's what you're going to focus on?
Dudes have too much
How much
HP.
AI have I
Golly.
used in my videos over 16 years? Maybe one half, 1%, and then keep going.
What were they protesting
So,
exactly?
yeah, a few things here and there, just for a few.
I mean, oh, the
laughs.
immigration. That's
And
what it was.
really,
Yeah, I read
really
that.
Evil of me, yeah. So I replied.
It's gonna be a boss fight.
maybe in a
Yep.
way I shouldn't, and at the end I said, "Get lost."
I don't have a lot of beats, so
Creepers, I get lost. Now the person replied back, and you could see from the reply they were a pretty nice person. And I said, "Look, you should have phrased the comment, the initial comment. It was a little nasty. It was just kind of shitting on my video. The comment about the AI could have, if the person has been here for years and respects me, it could have been very simple. Matt, I understand what you're trying to do here, and you probably didn't.
Oh, I was
do
born
that
in California.
openly
Okay.
On your own. But try if you. at all
Antifa's too
possible,
tiny
Matt,
for the
don't-
huge
don't-
crowd,
try
so
not to
good.
use any more AI for us. Just
They make us.
something
I mean,
nice.
Antifa makes up
Okay.
such
It
a
was
small,
funny, it was a
such a small like demographic. Because it's mostly like rich white kids, from what I understand. I could be wrong, but my family's from Wales and England. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, my only ties to that is like the Welsh woman that I knew. She was pretty cool, but like I said, she got kind of loony around that 2017 era. Sir Thomas Button buried at St. Margaret's in London. I'm gonna leave Matt's video off so I can focus on this. Nice. Glad she's on my side. Let's see. I live near the Canadian border. Live near the Canadian border East Washington State. Oh, that's really cool. I am from South Texas, near the border of Mexico. Oh shoot, now. We'll have to let her do a lot of the work. There's so much shit going on. There we go. Hey, thanks. Child-wielded needle. Child-wielded needle. Your master would be proud of you. The one who trained me long ago, I never called her master. Whether she would be proud. What has become of me, I cannot say. Okay. Oh, so I can go by the map from here. That'll do. So these are just hunter's marks. I'm not gonna worry about buying these yet. Yeah, it's lame that the stream is so fucking laggy like that. Really ruins, here we go. Now we're mapped up. It really ruins the interaction. the best way I can put it. Well, the potential for interaction, you know? Ah. Get out of here. Oh, this. Okay. Oh, silk. That's neat. Get the fuck out. Come on, man. Trap. Another trap. Another trap. Ah. I swear I have a bitch of a time reacting or getting that just right. What is this? Oh, there's gonna be a upgrade. I already kind of got spoiled on that. I already know kind of know what it is, but I don't know how soon I'm gonna get it. So. Deep rocks. Deep docks. I can't read. I'm not sure what the bug thing's about. They showed it at the beginning and during the cutscene. I don't know if I should head. I don't know if I should go down or keep heading, keep exploring that top area. Whoops. Oh, okay. That's where I'm at. I'm maxed out on. Maxed out on shards. There's no map here. Didn't mean to do that. Oh fuck, I can't get back up. Okay, I can go this way. Alright. Thought I fucked myself. Where's that other place? So, is there gonna be a way to get back up? Oh, what's the point of no return? Damn it. Oh well. I'll have to go around. I think I might go ahead and quit. Didn't even get through Matt's video. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop for now. Didn't even get through Matt's video. Oh well. Alright. Guess that'll do. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Y'all take it easy.